Do you think your health is already written in your DNA? Like, no matter what you eat or how you live, it doesn't matter because it's just your genetics? Well, let me tell you something. You might be lying to yourself. In this video, we're going to talk about the excuse that so many people use, genetics. I'm going to break down why it's just my genes. It's not the truth, and why almost all of us actually have the ability to change our health, no matter what our parents look like or what runs in the family. My name is Luis. I'm just a regular guy who figured out how to lose weight, get healthier, and take control of my life. And I believe if I can do it, so can you. We've heard it all before. Someone says, I'm overweight because of my genetics, or high blood pressure runs in my family, or diabetes is in my DNA. The idea is that your health is already decided and there's nothing you can do about it. It's a very convenient excuse because if it's all genetics, then you don't have to take responsibility. You can sit back, eat whatever you want, skip the exercise, and blame your DNA. But here's the truth. For 99.9% of us, our genetic code is fine. There aren't any mutations stopping us from being healthy. The problem isn't in your DNA, it's in your daily choices. And that's the part people don't like to hear because changing your daily habits, it's hard. Let's start with blood pressure. A lot of people will say, well, high blood pressure runs in my family. And yes, there is some truth there. Studies show that about 30 to 50% of blood pressure risk comes from genetics. But that means the other 50 to 70% is up to you. Think about that. More than half of your risk comes from what you eat, how much you weigh, how active you are, how much salt you take in, how well you sleep, and how you manage stress. If you're carrying extra weight, if your diet is heavy on processed food, if you never move your body, that's why your blood pressure is high. Not because your dad or mom had high blood pressure. That might give you a head start, but it doesn't decide the final score. Lose some weight, eat more whole foods, cut the salt, move your body, and watch your blood pressure come down. I've seen it happen, and studies back it up. Now, let's talk about body fat. I've always been big. My parents were big. That's just who I am. I hear this all the time. And again, there are genes that influence body shape, fat storage, and metabolism. But the truth is, lifestyle is far more powerful than those genes. You can have the same genes as your brother or sister and look totally different based on how you live. Most of the weight problem in today's world are not caused by DNA. They're caused by the environment we live in. Fast food on every corner, junk food in every aisle, and hours sitting in front of our screens. Our genes haven't changed in the last 40 years, but obesity rates have skyrocketed. That's not genetics, that's lifestyle. Diabetes is another big one. It runs in my family. And yes, there are genetic risk factors. But here's what studies show: lifestyle usually decides whether that risk turns into disease. Eat too much sugar and refined carbs, gain weight, stay inactive, and eventually your body will struggle to handle blood sugar. But if you keep your weight in check, exercise regularly, and eat real food, you can lower your risk dramatically, even if your parents had diabetes. I'm destined to be this way. And that's where the self fulfilling prophecy comes in. If you believe you're destined to be overweight, unhealthy, or sick, you'll stop trying. Even when you stop trying, your habits get worse and the prophecy comes true. But it doesn't have to be that way. Studies show that even in middle age or later, lifestyle changes still make a huge difference, guys. Quit smoking, eat better, move your body, and your risk of disease drops no matter your age. A huge study of more than 350,000 people in the UK found that living a healthy lifestyle, not smoking, eating well, exercising, and getting good sleep reduced the risk from bad genetics by about 60%. Think about that. You can have the worst genes in the world, but if you live healthy, you can cut that risk by more than half. And on top of that, those people lived about 5 years longer. Lifestyle and environment matter far more than genetic risk scores when it comes to aging and disease. In plain English, what you do every day matters more than the hand you were dealt. So, why do people keep using genetics as an excuse? Because it's easy. If you blame your DNA, you don't have to feel guilty about your choices. You can tell yourself, it's out of my hands. It's a way of avoiding responsibility. But avoiding responsibility also means avoiding results. If you believe you can't change, you won't even try. And that's how people stay stuck for decades, living unhealthy lives, thinking it's their destiny. But it's not destiny, it's just habits. You don't have to change everything at once, but you can change. You can control what you eat. Swap processed food for real food. You can take control of your weight, even if it takes time. Losing 5 or 10% of your body weight can dramatically improve blood pressure and blood sugar. You can move your body, walk, run, lift weights, do whatever you enjoy. You can control how much you sleep, how much alcohol you drink, how much salt you eat. You can learn to manage stress. And most importantly, you can control your mindset. If you believe you can change, you will. Now, let's be fair. Genetics does matter in some rare cases. There are conditions like familial hypercholesterolemia or rare mutations that make disease almost unavoidable. But those are rare. For 99% of us, genetics is not the reason we're unhealthy. It's our daily habits. So if you've been blaming genetics, stop. It's time to take control, guys. Ask yourself, what's one thing I can change today? Eat one less processed meal, go for a walk, go to bed earlier. Small wins add up, and small changes build momentum. And once you start, you'll realize you're not stuck, you're not doomed. You have the power to change your story. So, next time you catch yourself saying, it's just my genetics, remember this. Your DNA may set the stage, but your choices decide the performance. You are not your genes, you are your habits. Thanks for watching, guys. If you found this video helpful, hit the like and subscribe button and share this with someone who needs to hear it. I'll see you in the next video on Think and Lose Weight with Luis Alberto.